Alright, you guys. The Chargers finally got a new coaching staff. So out with the old, in with the new. Before I get into talking about the new coaching staff, I first want to give props to head coach Anthony Lynn. Anthony Lynn just got hired as the new offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions are still trying to figure out what they want to do with quarterback Matthew Stafford. I don't know if he's going to end up getting traded or released. I don't think they know who's going to play quarterback. Hopefully they end up drafting a quarterback in the draft, whether that be Justin Fields or Zach Wilson or even a Trey Lance. And then they have two big wide receiver free agents, Marvin Jones and Kenny Golladay. So I really don't know what they're going to do on offense. But what I do think is going to happen is I think Tyrod Taylor is going to end up following Anthony Lynn. So I think that'll be pretty funny to see Tyrod be basically like a bridge quarterback again. And he did that with both Justin Herbert, Baker Mayfield, and even with Nathan Peterman. Now I'm going to talk about the Chargers' new coaching staff hires. The new special teams coach that the Chargers ended up signing was Darius Swinton II. Darius Swinton was an assistant special teams coach or coordinator for the Rams, Chiefs, Bears, 49ers, and the Cardinals. To me, that resume speaks very high volumes because just seeing like how many teams he's been with and all like the success that he's had on all those teams is going to be really huge for the Chargers because the Chargers have always had terrible special teams, and hopefully he can turn things around and maybe even hype up or build the confidence back in our kicker Michael Badgley or Money Badger. Hopefully he can rebuild our special teams and not get as many punts blocked like we normally do in games, or give up kick returns or punt returns, and maybe he can really tighten that up for us and build a really good special teams foundation. The next coaching hire that I want to talk about is our new defensive coordinator, Reynaldo Hill. Reynaldo Hill played defensive back in the NFL, specifically for the Broncos and Dolphins. He was the defensive backs coach for both the Broncos and Steelers. I think Reynaldo Hill is a really good pickup, but at the end of the day, Brandon Staley did say in his interview that he was going to run the defense. Just having another guy in there with him to help figure out what he wants to do. So if he wants some advice on if he thinks this is going to be a good play call, or if we should blitz this guy, or if we should send more guys into coverage or whatever. I think he's just another second guy to have. But I definitely think having him and teaming him up with Brandon Staley, maybe he might even become a head coaching candidate depending on how much success that the Chargers end up having this year with him. The last and final coach hire that I want to talk about is our new offensive coordinator, Joe Lombardi. So yes, Joe Lombardi is the grandson of the great legendary head coach, Vince Lombardi. So bringing in a relative of like the greatest head coach of all time and having being related to the guy that like had a Super Bowl trophy named after him, that's pretty significant. And I'm just really excited because I think this was honestly the best hire that they got, because he ended up coaching Drew Brees for more than 10 years. So can you imagine that? Somebody coaching Drew Brees for at least like 10 years, 10 seasons. So I'm pretty sure he's learned a lot from Drew Brees and Sean Payton, like one of the greatest offensive minds that the NFL has ever seen. So maybe he can take some of Sean Payton's ideas and smarts and intelligence. He can take some of those schemes and really figure out what he wants to do with Justin Herbert and really build our offense to the utmost potential that it can be. And Joe Lombardi was the offensive coordinator for the Lions back in 2014 and 2015. And I think 2014 was the year that they went to the playoffs and played against the Cowboys. So just seeing him have the type of resume that he does is really cool and fascinating to see. Hiring Joe Lombardi, I think, will be really good for the Chargers, and I think it'll really help Herbert progress in his NFL career. I also want to say I'm really excited for this coaching staff, and I hope we're going to have a great season. I want to thank you guys for watching this quick video on the Chargers' new coaching staff, and I hope you guys really liked the video, and I'll see you in the next vid.